Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55, as we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. On third down, here's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice before...
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score. Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. On first down, Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out as his... And now early on in this one, we get our first look at this offense.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ready. Push him back.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So in the early going, this will be the first drive of the game for this offense. Operating from the gun, Matos. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Matos. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I got it.
Throwing again, Matos. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And some space here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 40 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Getting your... Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it.
Ball in the red zone here. Defense in a pretty tough situation. 2nd and 2. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? And he gets this inside the 35-yard. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. It's caught at the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this fourth quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They run it with Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On third and goal, Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading.
Set. 15 lining, 15 lining. I got you, pump.
fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Matos is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. It's just me. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Matos. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Mike 50.
24 yards.
Let's go.
That's good for the Broncos. First
50's the
down.
mark. 50's the mark. Charlie.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Matos airing it out for Hamilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Matos. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Kill, general. Relax. Mike's ready. Go.
Back to throw. Matos. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
On the Seahawks 14-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos.